Welcome to Tuesdays with TarotStache, exclusively on Jane the Seeker Tarot. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Show your support. Leave a comment below. Thanks.
Thank you. Gerald, can you come and do that every time I go live? Can you just do the introduction like that?
I can make a I can do an introduction for you if you want. I could do a countdown. So, and I could actually make one that says, Tuesdays with TarotStache.
Yes. So I can get fancy like you.
Fancy schmancy. There you go.
All right. Well, thank you, Gerald, for being here. How are you today?
I am all the better for being here with you.
Aw, thank you.
So, and y'all know in chat that sometimes it just is nice to be around people. Jane and I could sit here for 2 hours just chatting and drinking our beverage of choice, and it just makes me feel good. So it's one of those. Happy New Year, by the way.
Yes, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I wish I had a little pupper. But then my cat's
there you go. Yeah.
All right, let's say hello to some people. Do you want to do that? You want to?
Absolutely. I'm trying to watch chat too, but there's a lot of people watching, and thank you everybody for watching.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean that you guys. If I miss anybody, it's because the chat is popping.
And I'm Gerald, TarotStache. Please like and subscribe.
Yeah, if you didn't get that from the yes, I'm sorry. I don't know why I have to fix why our names aren't there. So, and I'm Jane, the Seeker. So, Gerald and Jane. There you go.
Gerald and Jane.
Gerald and Jane.
That's a song. Maybe we could get Lisa to make one of that and make the theme song.
Oh, that would be great. That would be great. Great idea. This is why you're here. Full of great ideas.
I'm full of ideas. I'm full of something.
You're full of it. Did your mom ever tell you that? Were you ever, yeah, you're full of something?
Yes, my mother did tell me that. So did my father and lots of my siblings. And they were right. I am full of spectacularness.
I like how you say that you're the baby because they
Mom and Dad stopped when they got it right.
Yeah.
Actually, did I tell you what my sister said? My sister, who is a couple of years older than me, she said, Mom and Dad were so thrilled when they had me. They wanted another one just like me. And I turned to her and I said, and they got something even more fabulous.
I love it. I love it.
So
I know I need to come up with some sort of story, but I have a different story than you. We all have our own stories. Let's say hello.
We do.
Yeah. And that's what makes us, if we all had the same story, we wouldn't even be here.
That's right. Gosh, that would be boring.
Right. That's what I'm saying. If everybody was exactly the same and had the same ideas and did everything the same, there would be no purpose to this, and it would be extremely dull and boring. And what would you talk about? You would already, okay. Anyways, sorry, you guys. I know you're here. I see you. There's Scott. Good morning, Scott. And
hi, Scott.
Kristen Louise and Teresa Reader. Good morning. Hugs.
Teresa. Yay.
Emerald Buddha is with us this morning. Good morning. Oh, I got tiny hands too. Emerald Buddha. Okay. Natalie. Good morning. Emerald. Let's see. I'm sorry. I'm getting
I've distracted you.
He did. The tiny hands. I always, it's like a shiny object. Jackie Jacaranda. Good morning.
Hey, Jackie.
Everybody's saying hello to everybody. I love you guys. You all so, I swear it's the best chat in the world. And it felt this group that follow, that so good. So good.
Lots of nice interaction.
Yes. Karen Johnson, good morning. How are you today, dear?
Hi.
Let's see. Pamela Batchelor. Miss Pamela Batchelor's in the house. There's Tarot. Be right with you.
Trouble.
There's been a lot of sirens in my town this morning. I live in a town of 5,000 people. Why there's so many?
My.
Yeah, weird, huh?
Yeah.
Can you hear that?
I can't.
Okay. All right. Anyway, we'll go on. Because I don't want to miss anybody. There's TarotStache again. Jackie, you got oh, Connie B. Good morning, Connie B.
Connie B.
Lisa Foster, good morning, good morning. Ashika, hello.
Hi, Ashika.
Here. Elizabeth Hayes, good morning. Wasn't that nice to catch Andy, Merlin's Mountain? He went live the other day. That was
nice.
He doesn't get to go live very often, so because of his internet in England and where he lived. So it was nice. Terillium Tarot, good morning. Nice to have you here.
Terillium.
And Sabrina, good morning, Sabrina. Nice to have you. Now, can you hear him?
No.
Okay. Well, probably because of my settings. I have like background noise turned off and whatnot.
No, cancellation, yeah.
Yeah, noise cancellation. All right. And Beth Vespazia Rising, good morning.
Hey, Beth.
So nice to have you here. Fox with a book.
Hello, hello.
Good morning. All right. I love that name, Fox with a book.
It's great, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, and Lisa Foster's like, we know. Yes, we know. We know who we are.
Yes.
I think that was in had to do with that conversation. Okay. So if I missed you, oh, thank you, Scott. Hit that like, bam. Okay, thank you.
And I just saw Brian, Blushing Nerd Tarot, pop on, who is work lurking. And I owe Brian an email about a project that we're going to do together. Stay tuned.
I owe Brian an email as well, but not.
Ooh.
And Sharon's site. Well, I just did not return. I haven't returned an email. I'm bad.
Yeah, I took a couple of days off with all social media, so
I'm doing I don't want to say like I'm doing a social media cleanse, but I really am.
Call it what it is. Sometimes social media is overwhelming.
Yeah, and for some reason, I don't feel like this is, what does it say? I normally read the bottoms. Oh, be you. Yes. Love that. Now, so have you guys ever noticed when you watch Gerald that he has little Easter eggs all over his lives? And that's Gerald. He is an Easter egg.
I am an Easter egg. You were talking about me like that.
Yeah.
Gerald is an Easter egg.
And Jamie was like, I was like, you are so much like an Easter egg. And Jamie goes, Gerald is an Easter egg. Yeah.
There you go.
That's how that went. But, and Sharon, did I get your good morning, Sharon Sipe? I think I said good morning.
Hi, Sharon.
Good morning. And thank you for being, and there's Brian, Brushing Nerd Tarot. Hi. Oh,
yes.
Back to work. Okay. Watching playback. We'll try and keep it short, Brian.
Yeah, right, Brian. And I see Manasa is work lurking, and I was inspired by a conversation that I saw Sherry H, Voices from the Swamp, and Manasa have with Isaac a couple of weeks ago. So I have Isaac on today at 4 p.m. Eastern. So we're just having a nice conversation. So I'm looking forward to that.
I'll have to catch that playback because I want Tuesdays after.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, that's interesting to know. There's Silver Star Priestess. She's driving lurking.
Ooh. Oh.
Tag.
Heather is always driving, isn't she?
Well, she's got the kids, you know.
Well, so she's the chariot. So she's
a woman on the go. Yeah. So thank you for being here. And we said good morning to Brian. Oh, okay. There's Manasa, work lurking. I just subbed to Blushing Nerd Tarot. Oh, good. Did somebody put his link in there? So thank you for doing it.
Probably not, but Teresa is a mod, so she can go to the channel.
Yeah, and she did. And so there's Lori. Awesome. Good morning, popping into over here. Let's just put this up here because it's too much to read. So she's popping. Oh, you have RSV. Goodness gracious. Okay. Well,
what is RSV? I do not know.
That's a respiratory
Okay. Ew.
It's a really bad. It's like pneumonia, I want to say.
Oh
But
gosh.
it's different. And it's kind of odd to me that there's this big RSV. Yeah, got you starred there, Silver Star Priestess. So I'm sending you Archangel Raphael for healing, Lauren.
Mm.
Definitely, okay? And feel better soon. Gosh. There we go. So we're at the bottom. And I got you starred, Silver Star. And thank you, everyone. Oh, there he is. Jackie put in Brian's
Oh,
channel.
thank you, Jackie. That's
Yeah.
nice.
Thank you, everyone. All right. So Heather, Silver Star Priestess, she had RSV.
Oh gosh.
Um, when you have RSV, monitor and get lots of rest. Yeah, it's a really nasty one. When my son was born, my oldest son, he was in the NICU. He was very premature, and he was in the hospital for 6 weeks. And a lot of the babies that were in the NICU, the critical care, the neonatal critical care unit, they would be in there because of RSV. So that's the only time I ever heard of it. I thought just the little babies got it.
Wow.
I didn't know that older. Like I remember one time because my son was 3 pounds and everybody in there was like 3 pounds and under, and there was this big chunky baby, and I'm like, what is this big chunky baby doing in here? Big chunky baby had RSV, so. So
Wow.
it was just weird. Yeah. So, and that was like the big thing is when you had a premature baby is don't get that. And Scott's channel's in there. And yes, go ahead, Jackie, put anyone in there, put Silver Star Priestess too. But I know, all right, Gerald, calm me down,
Jane.
center me.
All right. If you are not driving and can safely do this, we're going to go through and do some breathing. So feet on the floor, sit up properly. You're going to be breathing from your belly, and we're going to do this in rotation of 3. So take a breath in. I breathe in. I breathe out. I am within. I am without. I breathe in. I breathe out. I am within. I am without. I breathe in. I breathe out. I am within. I am without.
Yeah.
There you go.
It always makes me feel good. Is it because I'm hyperventilating? No,
You could be, but I always think deep breaths are so helpful.
they really are. Oh, good. Hi, Sharon. I mean, Sherry. And
Hi,
Sharon, thank
Sherry.
you for putting in Manasseh's channel. I know Manasseh's doing some different things. Oh, and there's Sherry H's channel too. So good. Did you get to 1,000 yet, Sherry? Just wondering. I could look when I get off, but I got you started, Lisa Foster. Okay, all right, and let me call in the angels and my spirit guides, okay? Because otherwise,
Lovely.
I'm otherwise I'm just me. All right. Dear angels and spirit guides, thank you for your guidance and wisdom. Thank you for guiding me on this journey. My third eye is open and the veil is thinning. Please keep me out of fear and keep me in wonder and amazement. I ask to be connected to the great I am at all times. I am love. I am joy. I am compassion. I am one with the divine. I am a seer. I am a believer. I am connected to the great I am. So be it.
So mote it be.
I'm just going to remove my ego. I feel the need today.
Okay.
Spirit, make me and anybody else, and anybody can take any of this or leave it. It's all okay with me. Spirit, make me a channel of your peace and wisdom. Relieve me of the bondage of self so that I may see clearly, open to your light. Let there be only truth and understanding. They will be done through me for the highest good of all. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. All right. Thank you, guys. I hope you all feel centered and grounded and I don't know, just feel good. We all just kind of feel, or just feel however you need to feel.
Mm-hmm. Did you see Ashika put in a question there toward the bottom?
Okay. So far, just so you know, I just have 3. I have Silver Star Priestess, Lisa Foster, and Ashika. So if I missed you, go ahead and put it in. And is there anything else that we need to talk about, or should we? I mean, I know
Do you
we'll
want
talk about.
Do you want my angel?
Oh yes, please. What is your angel? I'll pick one too.
Respect.
That's what I'm talking about.
And I think this is one of those things. Respect ourselves and respect other people, and understand that other people's experiences are different than our own. It does not make them any less important. And when we respect and have that understanding, I think things work out a little differently when we show that respect. So I'll keep that out, and we'll see how that flows through through the readings.
Yeah, I had one, and then but it also kind of goes to what I was just saying. Whereas when I say those things, you could take any of it you want, or leave it. You know, it's all okay. I just have to do it to connect to source.
Yes.
Thank you, Lisa Foster. Let's see. I saw Elizabeth Hayes, and good morning, Miss Charlotte.
Hi, Miss Charlotte. Well, I have one of those too.
Isn't that interesting? Wonder how that happened.
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe because a little piggy came my way via a little.
You could paint a little piggy and make it happy on the, there you go. Hi, everyone. Isn't that a nice place for a little pig to fly? There you go.
Hello, Bob. How are you? Or I'm okay. I'm just about to paint you. Oh, Squeaky, please. Okay.
Squeaky pig. I love it.
I'm very original with my names, like Ellie Font.
I love that.
I have Ellie Font and Squeaky Pig. And well, Bob's Bob, Bob will always be Bob. I don't know how to word the question, but I would love a reading. Okay, what we'll do, heading. Oh, okay. We'll do, because look at the energy around you.
Yeah.
Because we don't know about things
We're
like
for
that.
Entertainment purposes only. We're not doctors.
Yeah.
We're not podiatrists.
Yeah, but we definitely can look at the these people in that.
Yeah.
Yes, Lisa Foster.
There you go.
I figured, yeah. And so yeah, we'll see what happens. I got Sacred Source. Sacred Source.
Nice.
And it says, we, your angels, are here to remind you of your magnificence. You are literally an angel in the making, the being of eternal love and light, forever one with the God, goddess of all creation. Wow.
It's beautiful.
So respect, man.
Respect all the way.
Yeah. So I'm
I don't want to piss a goddess off or anything like that by disrespecting her.
Never. Ooh, I should get out my goddess deck. But at any rate, let's get to it. You know what song I listened to the other day?
No.
And I watched the video, was Vogue.
Oh, yay.
I was in a Madonna mood the other morning. Yes, and I was like, oh my God, I was in a Madonna mood. Don't even know why. I never really was that into Madonna, but I had to listen to her. And when Madonna, being the goddess that she is, when she says listen to my music, you listen to her music.
Yes.
All right. We got 7
Safer
people
that way.
starred now. I'm going to tell you
All
who I
right.
got. Silver Star Priestess, Lisa Foster, Ashika, Emerald Buddha, Elizabeth Hayes, Trillium Tarot, and Natalie. So there you go. All right. So let's get started. Vogue live yesterday with Gerald. Oh, it did?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that. What live were you? It was on your channel, right?
It was, yeah. We were talking about the word of the year with Richie and Ben.
Okay, I missed a little bit of because I was on the phone with Miss Pamela Batchelor, and so she was like, "Gerald's on," and I'm like, "We gotta go." We both like hung up so quick and jumped on your live, and then
it was
I
a
had
fun live.
Yeah, I loved everybody's words, and I was like, maybe I should.
So powerful.
I have to tell you now, my word of the year is vulnerability. And I want you to know that I felt very vulnerable, that was very vulnerable of me to even put that in your chat, that was my word of the day, because and even Betsy Palmer was like, whoa, bold move, you know?
And how does it feel today, having put that in there?
Oh, it feels fine.
Okay.
It feels fine. Well, let's just get reading, okay? I have renewal. That's your word of the day is renewal. I like that. I like that.
I think.
Good morning, Linda.
Hi, Linda. Kristen Louise said she put in a question and I didn't see it in the beginning. So, Kristen, you may have to put it in back in caps so that we can catch it.
Okay, can you, yeah, because it disappeared. Can you put your question in again? And don't worry, I won't make you wait till last, because I know that you had, you still need to, that encapsulate all that you want. Well,
yeah, and it's a process. Don't rush it.
Yeah, and as I was like going through stuff and I was doing stuff with the tarot and all this kind of stuff, I was like, I can do this for 3 months, and then you might even graduate a little bit. Yes, it's the main word for the year, but I have a feeling a lot of little offshoots.
Yes.
Will come up from whatever word you pick, and as you start doing the work on that.
Absolutely.
So the word can kind of change and meld and mold.
Well, and it should evolve and grow like we do.
Right,
as human beings. Yeah. And so there you go. It's word of the year.
Yeah. What's the second one? Worty?
It's an abbreviation.
Word of
the year. Oh, here, let me use my tiny hands. Word of the year.
And Linda, okay, here we go. Yay!
There you go. All right. Well, okay, we got readings. I'm excited. This is our first reading together for 2023.
Yeah. All right. So, Kristen, put in a question, and if you want, and please make sure somebody make sure I got it.
It's she just posted it. It'll show up in a moment.
Okay. Is it about the Pagan Fellowship, that one?
Yes, that's what I see.
Okay. And good morning, Teresa Ford. Sorry, more people popping in.
Hi,
and Mary
Teresa.
Poberry, our word for the house is our
Ooh.
Year is magical. Love that, Mary. Love that.
Excuse me as I rub my face with my large hands.
Well, it's a good thing you don't. I mean, makeup, Gerald.
There you go. Yeah. Everybody is still getting into the new year. Boom. Ah.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and throw a question up. Okay. We got Silver Star Priestess. Mini read. It's a general mini read. Let me see. Go ahead, Gerald. I have to figure out what deck I'm gonna use.
Silver Star Priestess mini. And I'm using the Unfolding Path Tarot.
Which one is that? Is that the one that's
this one.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And here you go. Know your limits. Purchase responsibly. I'm not selling any decks. I have to create a deck before I can sell mine.
Yeah.
Don't hold your breath.
Yeah. I was working on one.
Okay, so Silver Star Priestess, Heather. We have the Seven of Swords. And I would say with this, be very careful of people who are trying to steal your joy. Be very careful with that. If you are during this time of the year, make sure you are reviewing any legal documents correctly. And again, entertainment purposes only. But just be careful. It may not be malicious. It just may be missed. And the way that you can actually work with that is I love that this is the Knight of Pentacles. Knights are about action, and the Knight of Pentacles is oftentimes, Heather, is slow and steady, always moving, taking the next step that they need in order to get their goal. So, Silver Star Priestess, it's really important for you in a world that can be a lot of chaos. Be grounded. Take time to eat properly, drink enough water, eat your fruits and veggies, and pay attention to how much light you need. So there you go.
Beautiful. I'm just kidding. Teresa Ford, her word of the year is improvement. That's another.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Thank you, Sharon. Okay. I have quite a few cards, and the only reason why I've got quite a few cards, Heather, is because your partner showed up really close to you. Otherwise, I would have just gone with just you.
Mm-hmm.
But since your partner is so close to you in the reading, I feel like it needs to be a little bit more explored. So, definitely right now, what the energy around you or what you are doing is you're coming into being. You really are coming into this other phase of knowingness and beingness, and it really is powerful because you're right there next to it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you are right next to the lily. And then on the other side of you is the foundation is the tree.
Uh-huh.
And the only reason why, and so I would say that you are, that the mini, for whatever your question is that if we just read this right here, it's that you are the foundation. You're coming into this stuff, and it's a really great foundation. You've been working on your foundation.
Mm-hmm.
And then the reason why your husband comes in is because I get the gift, the bouquet right next to him. So I feel like, and then I get the partner, and then I get the garden. So and then I could go on a little bit further, and I feel like there are some mountains. There's some feeling of constriction. But something about it being an anchor, and there will be a proposal. So I feel like, I'm just going to say it. I feel like, and then there's higher learning or seeing things from a higher perspective. So it's like you just need to climb up that this tower and look at it the higher perspective, and then that's what brings the abundance.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know that's a lot of cards, and that's a story, but that's the story I got for you.
There you go. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, and I think it went really well with what you had to say too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and because the Knight of Pentacles is part of that foundation, especially if it's a new tree that's growing, that can be helpful. And respect yourself enough to check those details to make sure that everything is in proper order.
Oh, yeah. I just thought about it, with the snake card. Usually it's like there's somebody snaky or you're feeling constricted. Wait a second. You just said something and I downloaded something and it went right out of my head. The snake card could represent crap.
Deceit.
No, it was going to be something. It was something it was something positive, not the shedding
Okay.
of the skin. I don't remember what it was, but it was maybe change. I hate to say this, but I feel like there's going to be hopefully there's either going to be a lot of discussion or something. There's something. It looks good to me. And with what Gerald had,
Nice.
I mean, it's just going through life, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's always snakes in the garden to watch my P's and Q's. Okay, good. See, there you go. So as long as you could, I know, Heather. I know I can represent healing. Yes, exactly. The snake can represent healing. That's what that, and that's where I was going with that. That's so. Thank you so much. That's what I was. I felt like that there was a healing of everything.
Yeah, it's a nice little blend, mix of cards in that reading that you just did.
Yeah, and it was a lot of cards, and I'm sorry, but I mean, if we just took the two cards that were right around you, that was very good too. So you could just take that, but I felt like pulling Lisa and doing, or when I read for you and I pulled out 8 cards, and when I saw your wedding, it took me 8 cards.
Yeah, I love that. Oh my gosh. Oh, and Heather said, yes, I'm thinking of getting a tattoo of the caduceus.
There you go. And nothing, I think that would be wonderful. Yeah. Maybe that's what that is. The snake. Yeah. All right. So good. Okay. Before your birthday. And your birthday's in March. Very good. Very good. Birthday present to you. All right. So thank you, Silver Star Priestess Heather. Everybody, please check out her channel. All right. Lisa Foster. Lisa Foster, we can look at the energy around you.
Yes, the energy around you. I'm not going to give you specifics because, for entertainment purposes only. Seek professional help, but let's just get a feeling of the energy around that for January, February, and March.
January, February, March. Okay.
January, February, March. Okay, January is the world, and what's interesting about this is this suggests feeling all sorts of abundance, and opportunities are presenting themselves. What is important for you is in February, it is the Queen of Cups. You're going to feel like you're all of that. With that, be careful. Just because you are all that doesn't mean you all need all of the stuff. And because in March, this is the 5 of Pentacles. This is where there's some conflict with money. It's not as smooth as you would like. So I would say in January, February, and March, you need to be responsible and respectful of the money that you have coming in, and do not spend it until it is in the bank, because this is going to leave you out in the cold.
Yes. That's so true.
But, January and February are going to feel great, but be smart. Be smart and squirrel it away. Because, a queen is one who can make even the smallest thing feel royal. And it's a bit of a mindset. So there you go.
Yeah. Just the energy around you, because I thought, well, I'll look at finances. I would look at the fish card, the abundance. But when I
Mm-hmm.
saw you, I was like, well, I like this. So for you, I get the tower, which is not a
It's the
it's the Lenormand Tower. It's not a tarot tower, so it's a good thing. It's like higher learning and seeing things from a higher perspective, that type of thing.
yeah.
I don't know, Gerald, you could really help me out with this because you're the one that
The,
knows.
the tower is that higher perspective. So instead of worrying about just what's in front of you, step up and look at several months out. Look at to the rest of the year. You're smart enough to know what's going on, or you can pay attention to that. So plan accordingly. It's you need that long-term perspective.
Yes, yes,
That was a lot of words for long-term perspective, and make sure that what you have in place, you're taking care of.
yeah. And I really like that what you said about like don't spend. Oh, hi, Steve. I see somebody.
Steve. Oh, hi, Steve.
I don't see you, Steve, but I see people saying hi to you, so I know you're there. All right. Um, but it was really what I was going for was my intention was to look around the fish because you
Mm-hmm.
wanted to know about finances. And I should have used tarot, but anyways, I see that there's going to be an ending. There is an ending to something, but and there's three little problems, or there's just these little problems that you need to take care of. I see this card as, and this is what I had to do for myself. I had a lot of money that was being automatically withdrawn from my
Yep.
account without even and without utilizing those services that I was paying for monthly automatically. And so I cut out a bunch of that and I saved myself $50 a month right there.
There you go.
That was terrible. So there's just something that you just need to get something straightened out and read all of your mail.
Yes.
And there'll be there is going to be something. There's going to be some news. There's something
Yeah.
coming. So, and I
Yeah.
didn't look further than that. I don't know where that was. Sorry, but
And Lisa said, I go through this almost every year. Well, if you go through this almost every year, you know what's coming, and take care to keep yourself in a good spot.
exactly, which is what that's saying right there.
Mm-hmm.
So the higher perspective on your foundation, yeah. So
You got it.
it's coming. I mean, teachers don't get paid in the summer, right? They have to plan for
Mm-hmm.
those
Yeah.
months that they're going to be lack. So
Yes.
yeah. Well, good luck to you, Lisa. I hope everything goes well. Keep doing what you're doing, or do it differently. I don't know. Let's just go to Kristen Louise real quick. What do I do about my pagan fellowship? Oh, it seems to be falling apart.
Should I keep trying, or basically hurting introverted cats?
Yes, Lisa. I'm sorry, we're on Kristen now. I just saw you. You're so welcome, Lisa. Okay. Yeah, it looks like it. Okay, so Kristen Louise, and what I'm getting for you, and this is just purely from a group perspective. I don't know how long your group has been together, but I have been noticing in a lot of readings that I've been doing that energy is just changing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to say, and my head is very tingly right now, that whatever falls away, it just makes room for something new. And I don't know how pagan fellowships work. I don't know about that stuff and covens and all that kind of stuff. I know like this much. But I would seem to be a tight knit group, but I also see a nice change of energy.
Mm-hmm.
But go to the cards. That's what I'm feeling. So I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah.
Hello, Rose.
Kristen Louise, is this the Pagan Fellowship at school, or is this outside of school? We've been together for a little over a year. Pagans are notoriously introverted and hard to organize. Okay. Then if you are an introvert and phrase the work and phrase the activities to be supportive of those introverts. No, it's a Norse pagan fellowship.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to pull some cards around that. So what do you do? Seven of Pentacles. Remember, this stuff takes time. If it's only been a year, it may take a little bit longer than that. It's the first year, and the first year is a lot about growth. There is, I got two cards. We have the High Priestess. Check in with the deity that are supporting you, the goddesses, and follow your intuition about it. And then we also got the Nine of Pentacles, or excuse me, the Nine of Cups. Feel joyful about the small things that are working. You're not the first Norse pagan group to get together, but enjoy the successes, the small successes, because remember, this stuff takes time, especially if you're not getting together regularly, or you're not getting together in person and you're just getting together in Zoom. It is one of those things that it just takes time. It's taken longer. Everything has taken longer than what we want. And for you is this is the Queen of Cups. You check your emotions. Is it not going as fast as you want? Or is it, ask other people how it's going? Ask the question, ask a thoughtful question, and then wait for the answer. The Queen is patient. So that's what I have.
Oh, I love that. And I mean, you might be hitting a bump in the road, but we both got really good cards, I think.
Yeah.
I got the Emperor, so I'm feeling like, yeah.
It's the foundation year.
Yeah. I got Steve. Thank you, Jackie. I would have said something. Hi, Hershey. All right.
Hey, Hershey.
So the foundation. And I get the Two of Cups, and look, and the Four of Wands.
Oh, those are nice cards for the beginning of a new group.
Yeah, exactly. And it just feels like, and just like set the foundation. I know that with a group that I'm involved with, we're kind of like we're redoing, not redoing, but reminding ourselves of what we're there for, what we're doing, and the purpose of this. Hi, Tiba. I'm just gonna call, but Delphi.
Hi, Delphi Ross.
Yeah. Thank you. So they're really great cards. So I feel like also too, so really set your foundation, set your goals, try and figure that out, because if you're herding cats, I get it. So you really, and so in the Two of Cups, working together, this emotional, joyful moment. I mean, and the marriage card. It's just the group. I mean, and you will be celebrating, it seems to me. So I'm going to go with good morning, Viviani. It is a little bit of growing pains right here on
Yeah.
the bottom, the page of swords. That is a little bit of growing pain.
A great way to herd cats is to put an empty box in the middle of the room, or to ask a really great question and then wait. Right? I mean, it's been a while since I've had cats, but cats like boxes.
They do.
So I think that could work.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I almost felt like the Two of Cups was um uh is to get together with, yeah, and to get together and plan like a gathering where there's food and drink.
Yeah.
That's what it
And
felt
and and with this Two of Cups, she's watering.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's great.
yeah, yeah. So I growing pains, growing pains.
Yeah.
And if it falls apart, then you make a new one.
Yeah.
I think it'll,
Yeah.
yeah. All right. So,
Thanks, Kristen.
yeah, I hope everything works out for you. All right. And let us know, or I'd love to know. I'd love to know about this stuff. I
Hmm.
tried for Yule, half the people bailed. So
Yeah,
sorry.
half the people bail all the time at Yule.
Yeah,
There's a
well,
lot going on.
with a group that I'm in, it's like, normally we are a certain size, and we were half the size of our group.
Yep.
So it happens. Okay.
Okay.
Ashika,
Ashika.
how will your month of January go? Ashika.
Hi, Ashika. We got your question. Thanks for your patience.
Oh yeah, we better get a move on. I should stay away from Lenormand.
Why?
I see too many cards. I see how Lisa does that, where she's like, and she goes on and on. Thank you. Sip, sip. Sip, sip.
Okay. Month of January for Ashika. What do we have?
Oh, we got a flipper.
Wow, I got 3 majors, and this is the second time we've seen the world. I like this card because this is a woman who knows she is all of that, and that the world will be available to her. Then we have the Star, which is the universal blessing card. So between the world and the star, everything looks really good. Be open to that. It's important in January to be willing to have a different question, to a different perspective. Be willing to look at what is presented to you in a new way. So this is the Hanged One, and I like how we have the star right here, and the star is around the head. So I think those work. I think January is going to look pretty affirmative for you, or opportunistic, and be open to that. So and understand part of it is opportunities being presented to you, because the universe wants you to grow. So there you go. Now 3 majors. That's nice.
Yeah, I got two majors. Kind of. Well, I like to look at the bottom of the deck, which is for me and for, well, what I read in a book. It's like this is the self-conscious. You know,
Hmm.
um, so I feel like you feel like you're going through a lot of change. And this is just that time of year, so there is big change, and sometimes that can feel a little unsettling, like you're left out of something. But
Hmm.
the Five of Pentacles, and hi, Cat Mama, meow. Um, but in this card, excuse me, in this deck, yes, he's outside, but somebody is comforting. You've got the nun, or an angel, even, who knows, an earth angel. I believe in them. Is comforting. So you are being comforted, I think, and you have this strength. Okay.
Hmm.
You have the strength. Oh, it's about exams. Well, you just really need to. The Five of Pentacles. You're feeling a little. Yeah, there's big change, but the strength, and if you're going to school, really, yeah, for entertainment purposes only. It looks like it'll be okay, but I'm not going to say. I think that you really need to study.
Yeah. And
And
study in a way that works for you to be able to remember it. The world is about, using every opportunity and to learn new things. Pay very close attention to the hints that are available. But yeah.
yeah, I mean, because look at this. You said the hints that are available. Look, Silver Star Priestess says it's 8:08 in her time zone, and her phone is at 88%. So that's look for those signs and
Yeah.
synchronicities and
Pay attention. Pay
pay attention.
attention.
Yeah, I think without having so many majors, that is a major pay attention. So pay
Yeah.
attention to what you're doing and study hard and good luck.
Yeah. And Ashika, we can't do a yes or no. That's not one that I'm going to be comfortable with doing. You really have. I mean, the cards that we've shown, they're affirming, especially if you work for it. So
Yes. Yeah, and I don't do predictive either. I look at the energy
yeah,
around you, and energy changes all the time, so I don't do
yeah,
predictions. And that's sort of a prediction. You don't
yeah.
what it feels like to me. So,
Did you see Hershey right above that for question? Do I have a blind spot?
oh, was that a question? Because where is that anyway?
Not too far up.
Here it is, right there. Is that a question?
Just
I starred you, Hershey. Okay, it's 7:11 for you too. See, so yeah, look for the and it's 10:10 where Miss Charlotte was at the time. So signs like that. And
yeah.
Emerald Buddha, this is good. This is great to go into that because you're like message from your spirit team. Look at all these numbers that popped into the chat right when I put up your
Yeah.
question. So I'm going to
Message
say
from
one
Spirit
thing,
team.
Emerald Buddha. It is a question. Okay, I got you, so let's hurry this up.
You got it.
Yeah, message from spirit. Ooh, they're leading me over here.
Emerald Buddha, message from Spirit. Emerald. This is the page, or excuse me, this is the Knight of Wands. Is there a creative endeavor that you're trying to work on, something that you're passionate about? Start taking action to make that happen. This is about that being inspired and doing it. Then we have the Three of Wands. I think it's nice that both of these are wands. And so do something and then take a little bit of time to plan it. Because the three is about planning the structure about it and the foundation, but it is important for you to start doing something with it. So take some action. Don't miss that inspiration, whether it be cooking, writing, craft, painting, rearranging rooms, something like that. But then, get inspired and then take a little bit of time to plan. Then get inspired, take a little bit of time to plan. Inspiration, action, and planning. So there you go. Those are nice little cards.
Yeah. I mean, and I pulled from I was like, it wasn't feeling right. They told me to go to the sacred forest.
Mm-hmm.
And I got earth spirit, I got stability. And it's like what Gerald was saying, take care of your foundation. But it says, be present in the moment, slow down and let go of the busyness and frantic pace of life. Explore your roots, honor your past, go deep and reflect on your life.
Mm-hmm.
And while you're doing that, they want you to open up to the magic, your
Yep.
intuition, This is the moonlight. What is it? The moonlight enchantment magic. And he's, we've got a wolf. You can't see these very well. Sorry. There's a wolf down here howling at the moon. But whenever I see a big, huge moon like that, to me, that's just intuition, 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 intuition. So, yeah. And the next card is happiness. The
nice, Emerald Buddha.
Happiness. So, yeah, do the work and look at the signs that they want you to know that they're there. That's what it feels like.
Great. Yeah.
Good morning, Kathleen G. I did star you. We'll see if we can get to you, okay? All right. Yeah, that looks good. So there you go, Emerald Buddha. All right. Let's go to Trillium Tarot. Oh, right. Okay. The outcome. So we'll just look at the energy around you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go ahead and
Trillium, are you still here?
Yeah. Are you?
Reading about healing of my foot. If I remember Trillium, it said they've been all doctored up, lots of doctors and all of that stuff. You're welcome, Emerald.
You're welcome.
Okay, Trillium is here.
Perfect.
Right,
okay.
Let's see what we got. Trillium, it's going to take longer than what you want because I got the 4 of Pentacles and it just feels very much like a hold on to what you have. Don't change things because this is really much the start of you've got to go for the long haul. Because it feels like things are going to show up. It may be a process. It's going to be a process. And then I have the physicians that you have are actually working pretty well. So the energy around them is as they're paying attention and they're noticing what's going on. And so they're following their intuition. So, oh, and Trillium said 4 surgeries, multiple plates, boatloads of screws, healing slowly. Just wondering if I'm missing something. Isn't that interesting? 4 surgeries and the 4 of Pentacles.
Yes.
So with that much going on, the long range is keep the, for entertainment purposes only, do what the doctors are telling you. Don't, I don't feel like doing the exercises. Well, do them. And it's been going on for 4 years now. Said so.
Gerald, yeah. Go on.
Yeah. But the people taking care of you, they're following their intuition. They keep showing up. So you too keep showing up.
Yeah. Agree.
That's ooh, wait a minute. Where did I go? I'll be right back. I'm gonna move my camera for a sec.
Ooh, there's hot Gerald. Okay. Yeah, and I got the mice, the 3 little problems. So this is yeah, you've had some issues. You've had more than one surgery. This is around you, the fish. I feel like abundance, maybe a lot of surgeries, but here you are. Okay, so what right around you is abundance and luck, the clover, and and then the ways. I think there's going to be a it is a long journey. It's been a long journey, but stay the course is what I'm hearing, because then there's a gift coming. So it is just stay on top of it, like Gerald said, for entertainment purposes. Mm-hmm. But I'm not getting in. I didn't get negative cards, or I wouldn't even say negative. I didn't get concerning cards. I think it's just something, that you're just having to go through. That's what it feels like to me.
Well, and I also wonder about it's about your foot. What's going on with your footing? How are you feeling about how you're standing? So sometimes it's literal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
Also too, Beverly asks, good morning and happy new year. She says, happy new year, Jane, Gerald, and Soul Tribe. Trillium Tarot. I had something and it went out of my head, but, oh, I know what I was going to tell you. Somebody was saying, Lisa was saying she had a problem with her foot, and it sounds crazy. Okay. Sounds kind of weird, but she went to somebody and the person said, it's because you're not being creative. You're not using your creative
oh, interesting.
energy. And so she really wasn't. So she used her creative energy and
Mm,
like really got creative and started doing all that kind of stuff. And she doesn't have that problem with her foot anymore. So
nice.
I don't know if that will help you in any way, shape, or form, but it's just a couple of people and some cards here. So
Yeah.
yeah, what
Hope
Gerald
that
said.
helps.
Yeah,
Yeah. Check how your footing is.
I like that. That's a really good one. And how frustrating for you. I'm so sorry you're going through that. So
Yeah.
all the best to you. All right. Yeah. It's supernatural. And
Elizabeth Hayes.
yeah. Carry on, my wayward son. Yeah. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Oh, another financial. Okay.
So
How
we'll talk about energy around you in January. So
Elizabeth, are you here?
Elizabeth Hayes, please pick up the white courtesy phone in aisle 11.
Thank you, Kathleen G. I was saying the same thing
Yeah.
earlier. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Okay.
Yes, Elizabeth is here. Good to see you, Elizabeth. Didn't want you to miss the reading. Always like to know because it helps with the energy. So, Elizabeth is here.
Good.
All right. Elizabeth, you're thinking about a lot of things to do with your finances. And it actually feels like it's an okay thing. Maybe it's what to do for career, what to do with supplemental income. Um, and then the other thing that I got is I got the Eight of Wands. So use this time of thinking about where you would like to put your energy. It could actually lead you to some fast and quick results because you're feeling so passionate about them. So that's what I have for you, Elizabeth. Nice little blend. Don't waste too much time about thinking about it because you might miss your opportunity though.
Oh yeah. Because I mean, once again, right? I went to Lenormand, and I got seeing things from a higher perspective. The tower, going up the tower. Also, it could be educational as well.
Mm-hmm.
So really learning about things. We've talked about this before. Where is all your money going? Really take a look
Yeah.
at your
Watch it. Yeah.
finances. Um, and but right around you, the energy is really good. If you really take a look at that, I think it's going to be okay. It looks
Mm-hmm.
it looks good. And and Beverly asked, I did star you. Okay, I'm in just 1 second. I'm going to give you a card. Yeah, and just really keep your eye on the prize.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks good to me for January. So if you're worried about something, I
Yeah.
don't. That would be different. But I'm seeing seeing things from a higher perspective is really what helps you financially.
Being inspired and taking that opportunity when it presents itself.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because you won't see those opportunities if you're down on that lower level of the tower.
Yes.
Too. Yeah.
Yep.
Are there ancestors with you? All right, Kathleen G. Okay, we got to get going here, but Beverly S. I want to
for a door card.
Yeah, and I just want to give her a door card real quick. Because Beverly S is adorable.
You're welcome, Elizabeth. Let us know how that works out for you when we're during a live in February.
Yeah, absolutely. Feedback is always wonderful.
It really is. It's so helpful.
Yeah. I had somebody write me a letter once saying, "Oh, thank you for saying that to me, because had you not, who knows, it would have been."
Yeah.
I was really real with somebody, and they appreciated it because it helped them tremendously. So, all right, Beverly S. All right, we got a beautiful sunset for you, Beverly S. And it says, "Time here turns to release and unfurl. Old cords of pain fade as the sun's light burns." I'm going to read that again. Sunset. Goodness gracious. Time here turns to release and unfurl. Old cords of pain fade as the sunlight burns. So we're letting go of anything that does not serve you. Using the sun energy, staying in the joy. Whatever the joy is, remember to stay in the joy and release what no longer serves you, is what I get. Releasing the old cords of pain, all of those hurts. Good time to work on forgiveness.
Yes. Very nice.
So there you go. Because that was going to be one of my words too. I couldn't decide. I'm like, well, forgiveness would be an everyday thing. All right. So there you go, Beverly S. If you like your door card, you're welcome. All right. And now we have Miss Charlotte. Oh, no. She's been decluttering. I never declutter. I agree. Things are changing. The energy. That's when I was talking about the energy. And the energy is it's just changing. It really is. I really just have a couple questions left.
Natalie, hi.
Natalie, are you still here?
Natalie, please pick up the white courtesy phone in aisle 11.
Oh, you're still...
Beverly.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, Beverly S. said, that is my theme this year, joy and release.
Oh, wow. Okay. I did not know that, but they are confirming. Yeah.
Natalie is here.
Good. All right. Yeah, you're still hearing Come Sail Away. Then you need to really look at it, and Heather, you need to really look at the video, look at the lyrics, all of that, because that song keeps coming in for you. All right, Natalie.
Natalie, good to see you, Natalie. Let's see a reading for Natalie. Okay, Natalie, sometimes you're spending too much time thinking about things. This is the Seven of Cups, and sometimes the Seven of Cups is about opportunities, and other times it's about being caught up in the distraction of too many possibilities. So I think, and so I would say pay very close attention to how long you're giving yourself to think about things and to look at options. Please note, I am saying you should still think about things and do a little bit of daydreaming, but limit yourself with that, because what happens then, Natalie, is then it becomes a burden, because if you write down every single idea that you have and then you think that you have to do all of those ideas, it becomes a burden and it's no longer joyful. It's just far too much work, far too much work. So I also am thinking, is there someone in your world who just makes you feel good to be around? This is the Knight of Cups. It can be a male, it can be a female, it could be a dog, a pet, someone who just makes you feel good, who hands to you what it is you need to be refreshed. And I think the message for that is this, especially in, I don't know if you're in the northern hemisphere, but you know, it's cold, it's gray, there's not as much light as we want. It feels really an important thing, Natalie, is it's okay to dream and to wonder. Be careful that it doesn't get overwhelming, but spend some time with people who fill your cup. And don't forget, sometimes you fill other people's cups, and that can refill your cup.
Gosh darn
So,
it, Gerald.
what?
You, I was like, well, I got a card and I was like, well, that just doesn't seem right. But now that you're saying all of that, this is the right card. I put it away because there, look, I just went to the open face and we got the star
Uh-huh.
card. And
Yes.
I think this goes very well with what you were saying because look, it's almost like, you know, following your true north, your hopes and dreams. And this person is really, this person in this card is just pouring their cup out.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's the balance of giving and receiving too.
Yes. Yeah, I love that. They're pouring their cup out and somebody is handing the cup too. And
Yeah,
it's a nice little blend. It could also be temperance if you put the two of these together. You pour
exactly.
one cup into the other.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. And when you said something about somebody around you that you really like to be around, I in my Lenormand reading that I was looking at the cards for you, Natalie, I got a best friend. Um,
mhm.
yeah, and that you could receive a communication from from a best friend. But I really liked what Gerald was saying. Hi, Carol, genealogy junkies. And so
Carol.
that's why I went to this. I was like, I just need to just tie up that up and look at that. That's
Hmm.
perfect.
And Natalie said, thinking of getting driver permit and a new job. And that is exactly what you're doing. You're thinking, what happens if I get the driver permit and a new job? Well, now you actually have to get the driver's permit and learn to drive and to take the test. And then you have to do all of the work associated with getting a new job. That's where that support of someone else comes in handy.
Yeah. Yeah, and
So,
just don't forget too, I mean, you have to think about the putting the gas in the car and everything
yep,
else. Yeah.
yep, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And Natalie is in Massachusetts. So, yes, you've got the grayness. So,
yeah. Oh my gosh. It's been raining here for days.
mhm. Yeah,
Um,
we've had rain for since last night. It's like, ugh.
uh, yeah, we've had it for like 3 days, and I'm like right in the next state over from you. Do you have a blind spot, Hershey? Hmm. Now that's a yes or no question. How do we answer that?
I'm going to pull three cards and go. I mean, just the fact that Hershey is asking, "Do I have a blind spot?" makes me believe Hershey believes they have a blind spot.
Yeah.
So let's get some energy around the blind spot. If that, I'm not discounting the question. I'm going. Well, a lot of times we have the answers when we already know that. I mean, you know, when we ask the question, we already know the answer. So let's put some energy around that. Hi, Gertrude. I saw you pop in.
Oh, hi, Gertrude. I want to do something with Gertrude. I
I
just
did.
think,
You're welcome, Natalie. I did.
yeah,
Well,
I
maybe
have.
Gertrude could host all of the two of us.
Oh, that would be so much fun. That would be so much fun. Because I've been on Gertrude's channel before. I love her,
Mhm.
and I want you. I saw a comment from you the other day, Gertrude, about how you went and helped a family with your your the care that you do, and I thought that was so beautiful, Gertrude. So thank you for being on this earth. Okay, ending a dark night of the soul, feeling like missing something is strong. Okay. Okay.
Okay, that we can handle. That it's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. So what's going on with this dark night of soul? Feeling like something is missing and a blind spot.
Oh, I kind of feel like going to the Shadowland.
Mm. So I'm looking at this Hershey um, from the Dark Night of Soul. The Dark Night of Soul that I got, the card about that is the moon, which is the perfect for the idea of the Dark Night of the Soul, because things look different by the light of the moon than they do in the light of the sun. And so, no, Hershey, your wording was perfect. It's actually what has helped me, because so I think what is important is, yes, this is part of the process. It's a very natural thing. And okay, Jane, I am not making this stuff up. So, Dark Night of the Soul and feeling like you're missing something. I got the sun.
Oh,
So, we
wow.
have the moon and the sun. So, you have a dark night where things look different by the light of the moon. And then you have the sun, so where you can see them clearly. And the sun is about the sun is about knowledge and understanding and clarity, and the moon is about intuition, and trusting your instincts. This is a beautiful combination, especially as you are sharing, Hershey. This is this. I'll just say awesome. Oh, here, wait, Hershey. I cannot say anything better than you having the moon and the sun. Yeah, it's the wheel balance. So moon and the sun, and then I asked, yeah, woo balance, and then I asked what about the blind spot is. It's the Six of Swords. You're not done yet. You're actually still getting to the other shore. You've left one shore, you're going across the water, and you're getting to the other one. So this it may not feel okay while you're going through it, but you're going on that journey, and that's a blessing, because you've part of it is you've asked for it, and the end result of it is you're going to be inspired. We have the Knight of Wands. So, I mean, boom. I mean, look at that. There's this darkness, but coming into the light here. So, how's that for reflection? We have here we go. Here's the visual. We have, the moon. We see that, and we're coming into the light so that when you get to the other shore, you can run and be inspiration. So it's like, boom.
Mhm.
I cannot even make that stuff up. That's incredible. Thanks,
Yeah.
Hershey.
Yeah, and I just I want to say my cards absolutely confirm that, because you're saying you've what I'm seeing in my cards is that you've done the work, and I feel like you're kind of just not trusting that you've done the work, um because I see you, the Nine of Pentacles. See how, normally this is she's done all the work and she's comfortable in her garden, the Nine of Pentacles. But in this card, look, she's in her garden, but she's a bird in a cage. And I really feel like that is your mindset right now. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
I've done the work. Um, because in the middle of the reading is doing the work, is the eight
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
so you've done the work, right? And then but then on the other side, I get the Nine of Wands. So I feel like it's of your own doing that you're kind of hemming yourself in, but know that really in actuality, you've done the work, and you can enjoy it, and you're standing at the ready for whatever comes at you, is what
Yeah.
I see.
Hershey said, so basically keep going through hell to get through it so I can put it behind me. It's purification. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And on the bottom, I get the High Priestess. So yeah, tap into all of that, all that work that you've
Yeah.
done. Just
And
be
Hershey
still.
said, so I'm in my own way. Okay, gotcha.
That's what it feels.
Um, yeah, and I think you just need to remember it's still a process.
Yeah.
So I think it's a very powerful cards. I'm still tingling. So Hershey, it may feel a little odd to you, but it feels very powerful for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
I,
incredible.
yeah, I think it's just wonderful. All right. We just have two questions and then we're going to go because we've been on for almost an hour and a half. Yeah. Love that deck. The
Steve.
Shadowland, Aspia, Beth. Okay.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
love it. Thank you. Too late for a card. Steve, are you still here? I'll give you a card.
Steve. Oh, are you here? Pamela Batcher said, also the knowing and seeing is often in the heart and soul and not in the mind. It's not about consciousness. It feels so powerful to me. Yeah.
You know,
Steve
she was.
said,
Oh yeah, here we go. Okay. So feeling like a dark cloud, retreat to a cave this morning. Oh, I must have missed something. But anyway, so I'm just going on that you're feeling really down. So let's just look at the energy around you. Is that what I'm getting? Are you am
that's
I
what I'm feeling. Yeah.
okay? All right, Steve. I'm so sorry. Sending you love. Maybe you get a doorway. Okay.
You're welcome, Hershey. Hope that still helps. It's a long process. The only way out is through.
And you have to trust it too. I'm really hearing the
Yeah.
word trust. You've done the
And
work.
if you're not writing stuff down and journaling and processing this stuff, or having a friend to help process, I would do that. Seek professional assistance, somebody who can train to listen and repeat back what they're saying. So
Yeah.
okay, Steve. Thanks for the email that you sent, Steve. The video. Okay, let's. Steve. The first card that I got is the Emperor, and that really feels to me what's going on. The Emperor is paying attention to everything going on in the kingdom and understands it and wants to be able to make everything perfect and right for everyone they love and care so much about. That's part of the weight of the Emperor. Is that the Ten of Cups?
Yep, the ten of cups. So this is what this goes with your card exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
It takes
And
love.
yeah, taking care of the ones you love. Then I have the High Priestess. This is your mother. You want the best for your mom. I'm getting very emotional about that. You want to do everything you possibly can. Steve, you are doing everything you possibly can for your mother. If I were allowed to say the F word, she's effing lucky to have you on her side, because the emperor is able to make those strong choices that and to keep showing up, you know. And I think I said this to you before, Steve. Talk to your mom. If she's not, if she's not able to understand you right now, I would suggest going into a meditation and having a conversation with her there. Um, there are more options available. This is the Two of Wands. This is one of those things that it's you know what, and you know, for entertainment purposes, I think somebody is going to show up with another option that was unexpected. This person is just going to say something in passing and go, oh, have you looked into such and such, or have you talked to so and so? I just feel that way. I'm going to let you read, and then I'm going to also pick an angel card for him.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I saw exactly what you were saying. I saw that. I mean, my cards reflect what so yeah, taking care of, you want to take care of everyone in your family and make sure that everybody's okay. And this is the 10 of Cups. And yes, here it is. This is the 6 of Cups. It's the karma. It's you and your mom and your family, and it's going back to your childhood and looking at everything that your mom did for you, and you want to do right by her, and you are going to, because you're getting so much help, because you are seeking that wisdom and counsel. And like Gerald was saying, go into a meditative state, because here, like, even though the star card can mean several different things, what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing is not the traditional meaning of the star card. I'm hearing what Gerald said, where you talk to her in a meditation, and that works. I mean,
it's the
yeah.
moon, and you have the star on top of that. So
Yeah, and in doing so, and you get that message. I think there's somebody that's going to come up with an option, because I'm only getting good cards. So whatever happens, you get to be victorious. It's going to be okay. Whatever happens, it's going to be okay. I don't want to. I know that you are in. You're under a dark cloud today, but you are going to be okay. It'll be okay.
Steve, if you're able to, can you, and you're sitting in a chair or something like that, can you move around a little bit? Just sort of get your butt in the chair a little bit, and just sort of recenter yourself. So
Look, yeah, and here's Pamela Batchelor. If your town has a council on aging, they may have many volunteers who will come to your house to give you a rest. Now, that is an option for when she's out. So, yeah, Pamela Batchelor is a very, very good resource for you. I'm just going to say, Steve. She's got a lot of. She was in that. So, sending our love.
and Steve, the angel that I got for you is compassion. You're doing a lot. You're doing an incredible amount. Um, I would encourage you to, as the emperor, sometimes you need to have compassion for yourself. You're showing up, you're doing what needs to happen. Sometimes that compassion is hard to give yourself. Maybe, I mean, you're listening to us right now. I think that's thank you for that, by the way. And I'm not going through what you're going through, so I don't know the pain and the experiences. I hope that you are able to show yourself some compassion, and being willing to share that compassion that you're having with yourself in front of others. When you're talking to the people I think, a heavy exhale might get somebody's attention. It's just like, I don't know what to do next. So I get it.
Yeah, absolutely. And
So,
yeah,
hmm.
so I pulled a divine door for you. And this one is palmistry, fortune and tarot, collective destiny. The palm lines from birth tell your sacred palmistry. But what really stuck out to me was listen to the notes of intuition. So you've got this inside of you. You understand, and I think you've got a little bit of you've got those the the devil going on in your brain, but you don't. You can.
Yeah. Steve, I'll send you a little bit of energy and burn a bay leaf to help.
There you go. That's always
That may
wonderful.
not mean anything to you, but for me, I'm sending you some magic your way.
Yeah, there you
I'm
go.
here to support. So,
Yeah,
wow. Thank you, Steve, for being here.
yeah,
Thanks for
definitely.
spending your time.
And thank you for being authentically you and putting that
Oh,
very
yeah.
vulnerable question in there. My year of the word is vulnerability, and I think that's being very vulnerable.
And I think vulnerability takes so much more strength than people realize. When I see people being vulnerable, I applaud and I'm like going, you are strong, and I want to be just as strong.
Yeah, and when you're being vulnerable, though, it's like it takes every ounce of what you've got to not fall apart. So it really is a great thing. I'm getting teary eyed right now, just
Me
thinking about it.
too. Wow.
Yeah, this has been lovely. Thank you,
This
Gerald,
has
and
been
thank
great.
you all
Wow.
for your questions. I think we've had great conversations. I wanted to see what did Gertrude say. Yes, my stepmother told me her mother was in hospice for 2 years and. Uh, It was the greatest help. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people don't have that option, but you
Hmm.
I think Pamela Batchelor has some yeah, she has some really good ideas too. And then yeah, Pamela Batchelor and we burned Bailey's when I went and visited her. So now you guys know.
Hmm.
Went and visited Pamela Batchelor.
There
All
you
right.
go.
And all we have left, we're just going to do this one really quick and then we're going to get going because we've been on for an hour and a half. Oh, thank you.
Gosh.
Thank you, Trillium Tarot. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
Beth, you're right. Yeah.
yeah,
Vulnerability is like swimming. The more you practice it, the easier it becomes.
thank
Yes,
you.
but
I
it's
need
still
that.
scary AF
Oh my
to do it.
gosh. I'm like so scared right now, you guys. Just want you to know. That's my word of
Yeah.
the year. And whew.
Hmm.
That's why I really thank Steve for I think he kind of shows me how to be vulnerable. He's a
Hmm.
teacher. He is definitely a teacher for me. Okay.
One
Are
of those
there
beautiful emperors, the ones that are actually caring and give of themselves rather than just be, dictatorial. They
right.
demonstrate what they're saying. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kathleen G, are there ancestors with me?
I'm just going to come right out and say it. Yes, there are.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
I mean, there. I can look at it, but
Pull my ancestor deck out and I'll do something really quickly for that
okay,
since we've been on.
very good.
Are you still here, Kathleen G?
Oh, that's a good idea. Why don't we find out if she's still here? That would be wonderful. Yes, exactly. Vulnerability invokes truthfulness. Well, you can't be vulnerable without being completely truthful. I think they go
Hmm.
hand in hand.
Yeah.
Um, yes, Kathleen is still here. Okay, I'm just gonna look at
Great.
the answers
Okay.
around here. Kathleen.
Kathleen G. Yes, there are. There's somebody around who is trying to do some mentoring father figure, a masculine role model who has been actually carrying some of the weight for you and is happy to do that, but is expect that trunk to be open periodically so that you can deal with what they have. I love it because carrying a trunk, here's the trunk, and inside the trunk are the 9 of Cups. So you need it, excuse me. It would be helpful, Kathleen G, if you recognize the ancestors that you're feeling in these subtle ways that they are making themselves known, because they are willing to, this is the 10 of Wands, they're willing to help you go to the next level. They're hanging out. They want you to be successful and to get the support you need.
Yes.
So there you go.
Yeah, that's a great deck for that. Yeah,
Boom.
yeah. Yeah, I don't even have to say what I had to say. I mean, I went to Lenormand, and I don't. There's too many cards here to really go through them all.
Wow.
What I'm going to say though is, yeah, they're there because you know, we have the best friends. So, and yeah, they're sharing their DNA. You know, you share DNA. It's written. It is written.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, you know, and they're showing you the way, because here you are right here. And, you know, they bring that stability in,
Yes.
you know, they anchor you. And because here they are right here, you know, because then the partner came right after that. So yeah, and they're there for you.
And Kathleen, it can be as simple as pouring an extra cup of coffee or an extra cup of tea or something like that, and having it on in a special place that makes you think of these ancestors. It can have pictures or something like that, but you know, make it okay for them, you know, make them know that you see them.
Yeah. Have you done your ancestry too? That would help you. That might help you connect too.
Oh
So,
yeah.
um, yeah. What was, and then we're done. We don't have any more questions. Practice vulnerability with trustworthy people, and then expand the circle. But by the time, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And you know, and here's the thing, sometimes you don't know they're trustworthy people until it works or it doesn't work. So, and
Oh,
Kathleen, Native American, well,
then
talk
they're
about a culture that honors ancestors all the time, so embrace that.
yeah. You know what I'm feeling is, I'm feeling like, yeah, honor that side of you, and even dance the dance. I'm hearing dance the dance.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yes.
Heck, and
Um,
if you don't want to dance the dance, play the music.
play the music. Yes. And what do you want to bet? Well, you will play the music, and then you'll end up tapping your toe and dancing a little bit.
I wasn't going to say that, but yes, that's what I think too.
That was the whole point of that, right? Okay, I didn't even need to say anything. Silly me, what's wrong with me?
That's
All right.
okay, because they may be the ones dancing and they're going to get you up and moving.
Yes. Yes, and everybody's wishing everybody a beautiful day. And thank you all for being here. Thank you, moderators, for keeping us
Thank
safe.
you.
Thank you, just everyone, for being so kind and wonderful to everybody in the chat. You are the best chat. Absolutely. Gerald, thank you. What you got coming on?
Later today, I have a casual with Isaac. It's at 4 p.m. Eastern. And then I'm very excited because I'm doing a deck casual on Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern with Sheila, Spirit Messenger. And we're talking about a very historic deck, the Solabusca.
Oh,
So we're going to be doing that. And so it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking
well,
forward to that.
I'm going to have to watch both of those things on replay, which is kind of upsetting, because I would love to be in the chat for that. But those sound wonderful. That deck looks interesting. Now, Sheila, we kind of we both really are connected to the angels. So is that deck kind of angelly?
It's not actually. And Sheila, and when I post the link, Sheila has done a walkthrough of the deck, a flip through of it, and so it's very old looking.
Oh,
So, and it's one of these things that's like, ooh, wow. So I got it because it's artistically rather different and beautiful. So, so we'll talk a little bit about that. There's the back, but tune in on
ooh.
Thursday.
There you go. That's what Gerald's got going on, and Gerald will be back
Yeah,
sometime.
and
So
Pamela has helped me. It's a classic Marseille style deck. It's really beautiful.
yeah, it is beautiful. I probably wouldn't be able to use it. I would be like, oh, it's too pretty. But it is what it is. That's why you get two of everything.
Yes. Well, not two of this because it was expensive.
I was gonna say,
I wouldn't. Yeah.
I was joking because I don't have the money to get two of everything. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know. I mean, I have things. I have a life, but I do
Yes.
enjoy. And so, but what I love is that I get to cherish a deck until I can no longer cherish it, or because I like to
Yep.
use my decks. Like I was watching somebody big, and they were like, I don't want a deck that's just gonna, yeah. But she was like, I don't want a deck that's just gonna sit on the shelf and look at me. I want
Yeah.
usable things. Like I want, so I'm gonna start rotating decks out, and that's gonna be fun.
I am doing that too. I think it's delightful.
Oh, good. You should do a thing on that.
Adding it to the list.
I know Blue Crescent Tarot, Deanne, she did. She kind of was rearranging her decks and putting them in order, and
Yeah.
got there and did a live while she was doing it. Uh,
Yeah.
oh, so sorry. Really concerned about my grandson Andrew's health. We'll be sending you lots of love and sending you the angels. Know that
Yeah.
you're there. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So everybody, we're hydrating. We've been on here for an hour and 42 minutes. Thank you very much for being here.
Yeah. Remember, be you. There's you go. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for liking, subscribing. If you don't subscribe to Gerald, go do it. It's free. And have a wonderful day. Just remember, be kind, be love, and just be.